and reliably strong teams going up against each other, which we always enjoy having happening. And the red team is 5 Not Stuart K. I know they are only 4, but I'm not going to change I'm not going to keep making that mental switch. And Gene is the captain for today. Can we get a nice wave and big smile from 5 Not Stuart K? There they are, Jed, Kat, Gene, and Travis. And the blue team is Team Michigan, although they're considering changing their name, and we're okay with that. James is the captain, and he's joined by Ben, Dom, and Ethan. We get a nice wave and big smile from all of them. For those who are watching the event, some reminders. We're restricting each individual's buzzing per category to 2 clues. So each person can only buzz in, try to buzz in. No, they can try. Each can only buzz in twice in a 5-clue category. So we spread the wealth a little bit. And if the person does buzz a 3rd time, the team will lose the points and the opponents will be able to try the question for free. So after you've buzzed in twice in a category, we recommend you take your thumb off. We're allowing consulting, again, to make the game more democratic, in only 2 situations. At the beginning of the category, I'll give you a few seconds to talk amongst yourselves and see if somebody wants to step up to say, I'm good at football or whatever it is. I'll hold back until the bigger point clues. And there's consulting in a steal situation when the opponent gets 10 seconds to consult, and the captain will speak for the team and either respond or pass. Other than that, we've had some very good matches. I have a good board for you today. I think you'll enjoy it. We have some very strong people on both teams, so it should be fun. Teams ready? Let's get started with our first round, where the 6 categories all run from 1 to 5 points in order. Our first category, baseball nicknames. Baseball nicknames. So if you have a player who's really strong at baseball, he or she might elect to, not buzz in on the early clues in order to pick up more points. Good luck to both teams. We expect a fun match. Here we go with baseball nicknames for 1. One version of the origin of this nickname is that he would say hey man, because he couldn't remember names. One version of the origin of this nickname is that he'd say hey man, because he couldn't remember names.
Bob, there is a buzz. Can you not see the buzzer?
I cannot.
Is Rochelle there? Rochelle, can you hear me? Rochelle, are you there?
Yeah, I was very surprised that there was no buzz, because that's...
Yeah, I was...
Who buzzed in? Who
James
buzzed in?
James buzzed in.
James did? James,
Right.
What's your answer?
Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid.
Yes, Willie Mays is correct. So we'll give you the point for the blue team if and when the scoreboard comes back.
Hold on, please.
That's good. And it might be part of the same problem. It hasn't reset it's still locked with just the James locked on the buzzer.
I don't even see the buzzer.
Oh,
Well, they're seeing, Bob, they're seeing
Buzzer
it
just
on
reset for me.
the login side. Like, they're seeing it on their screen where they can buzz in. You're not seeing it here in the Hangout. So, because Rochelle's screen isn't being shared. So I'm trying to reach out to Rochelle because she's, I don't think, hearing me. So hold, please. Yeah, I'm not seeing her on either. All right, hold on one second.
Google is such a huge organization. Surely they can spare one of their dimwits to come watch one of these events and tell us what's going wrong.
I've sent them logs of the Hangout, so they have all the information they should need. It's just them actually.
I actually have a funny Google story. I went to high school with Larry Page.
That's cool.
I've been to his house.
Oh.
I've actually taken money from Larry Page.
I went to high school with Betty Page, but that didn't get me
Nope.
anything.
Oh,
Not the stories you can share.
No.
Rochelle, I see Rochelle's screen back. I see her email.
Yep.
Okay.
Hi, Rochelle.
Hi.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can now,
Yes.
yes. And I see your email up. If
Okay. I'm going to share my screen.
I see my pasty white face.
Now do you see the...
We do. Bob, you good?
Yes, and we see James having his 1 point.
Excellent.
I don't know what happened.
Bully for us. I'm going to mute again and keep an ear and solve when necessary. Good luck.
Here we go, teams. Baseball nicknames for 2. A string of sterling postseason performances earned him the nickname Mr. October. James.
Reggie Jackson.
That is correct. And I always like opportunities to say this in the first round. Since James buzzed in twice in this category, he is locked out of baseball nicknames. That's how it works. Okay. Baseball nicknames for everybody but James for 3. He probably preferred the Iron Horse to his earlier nickname, Biscuit Pants. Gene?
Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig is correct. That puts 3 points on the board for the red team. I actually don't think, no matter how many games he played, he would go down in history as the pride of the Yankees, Biscuit Pants. For 4 points in baseball nicknames, known as the Big Unit, he reached 300. Gene?
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson, 300 wins in 2009 and retired a year later. Now Gene is out. Gene and James are out for the final clue in baseball nicknames. Here we go. If this alliterative nickname were literally true, Babe Ruth would have ruled part of northern Pakistan. If this alliterative, Ethan.
Sultan of Swat.
The Sultan of Swat. There is actually a part of the world called Swat. So that's 5 points for Team Michigan. And I will announce the score after each 3 categories, which seems to have worked out pretty well. But the scores are close, as we might expect. Well, this should sound familiar. Our second category is Mr. October. Mr. October. Well, can't really tell you much more about it, but you'll get the hang of it. For 1 point. In 2008, October 9th was proclaimed the day of this Nordic man, said to be the first European to reach North America. In 2008, October 9th was proclaimed the day. Dom?
Leif Erikson.
Leif Erikson Day is correct for 1 point for the blue team. Well done. You got the idea. People in October. For 2 points. He was 76 when he was elected Pope, October 28th, 1958. He was 76 when he was elected Pope, October 28th, 1958. 5 seconds. Time. Everybody's favorite, Pope John the 23rd. Pope John the 23rd. I have his book right over my shoulder. There, you can see it if you have good eyesight. Okay, Mr. October for 3. In 1938, Chester Carlson made the first photocopy. It was of the words 102238 Astoria, City Borough. Gene?
Queens.
The borough of Queens is where Astoria is. And that's another 3 points for 5 Not Stuart K, the red team. For 4 points, Mr. October. The Octobrists were formed in this large country in 1905 and quickly became, Gene?
Russia.
Russia is right. It's majority political group. A reminder now, Gene is out of the running for this last clue in Mr. October for 5 points. This controversial military man's brief retirement ended when he was recalled by Israel's army in October 1973. This controversial military man's brief retirement ended when he was recalled by Israel's army in October 1973? Time. Rochelle or Dan?
Moshe Dayan?
Nope. He was recalled for the Yom Kippur War. Somebody? It was a triple stumper on the show, too. Correct answer, Ariel Sharon. Ariel Sharon. Okay. Our third category. My gosh, these categories will sound familiar if you remember baseball nicknames. The big unit. The big unit is the next category. For 1 point. ADC makes units that handle 460 pounds of this. Not sure how many sheets of bounce you need to add. Kat?
What is laundry detergent?
Incorrect. We subtract a point. Here you go, James and Team Michigan. You have 10 seconds to consult. ADC makes units that handle 460 pounds of this. Not sure how many sheets of bounce you need to add. They will consult for 10 seconds and either answer or pass. That's my golf voice.
We're going to go with laundry.
Laundry is correct, not laundry detergent, sorry. But it's early yet, no problem. And by the way, James's steal does not count against him or his team's clicks. It's 2 individual ones per category. The big unit for 2. Munyani, M-U-G-N-A-I-N-I, Munyani is a company specializing in wood-fired ovens, including one over 4 feet wide by 6 feet deep for this food.
Pizza.
Pizza is correct. That's 2 points for the red team. The big unit for 3. Carrier's Weathermaster HVAC unit with capacity up to 100 tons goes here on a building. Carrier's Weathermaster HVAC. Cat.
The roof.
Redemption. The roof is correct. And that's 3 points for the red team. Cat's out of this category. I'm going to stop saying that now, but I've said it 3 times. Okay, here we go. The big unit for 4. Monster car audio components from MTX are named for this concrete breaking and eardrum. Gene?
The jackhammer.
Eardrum hurting device, the jackhammer is correct. That's 4 points for the red team. And finally, for 5 points in the big unit. In 1926, the Queen of Romania flipped on the new 100,000 horsepower generator of New York This, now Consolidated This. Gene?
Consolidated Edison.
Edison is what we are looking for, 5 points. At the end of the first half of the first round, we have 5 Not Stuart K, the red team at 27, Team Michigan at 10. We go into our next one, and if you recall that 5-point clue, you won't be surprised. The next category is Babe. Babe. For 1 point. In 51 BC, she became co-ruler of Egypt after the death of her father, Ptolemy XII. Dom?
Cleopatra.
That's the babe we were looking for. Cleopatra is correct for 1 point. And now, in Babe, we have a surprise substitution, surprise substitution, surprise substitution for Babe for 2. We're replacing Babe with a clue called Spinoza. That's S-P-I-N-O-Z-A. Spinoza for 2 points. Spinnerets are the organs in a spider that spin this fiber for its web. Spinnerets, Jed?
Silk.
Silk is correct for 2 points. Now we're back to Babe for 3 points. Leo Frick's wife, this Anglo-Saxon woman of the 1000s, took a clothing optional ride to protest taxes. Ben?
Lady Godiva.
Lady Godiva is the woman's name. Mrs. Leo Frick. And for 4 points, we have another surprise substitution, surprise substitution, surprise substitution, babe for 4. Back to Spinoza, spin-oza for 4 points. This instrument on your car's dashboard measures the revolutions or spins per minute, James?
What is the tachometer?
Of the engine shaft. Tachometer is right, 4 points for Team Michigan. Back to Babe for the final clue. Oh no, that was for 3. I beg your pardon. That was for, oh, I screwed it up. I screwed it. No, I didn't. That was for 4. I'm right. I'm sorry. Yeah, good. Okay, I did it right. For 5, Babe. The 11th daughter of Holy Roman Emperor Francis I. She married into French royalty in 1770. Ben?
Marie Antoinette.
That is correct. And as it says there, it didn't work out too well. Okay, that's 5 points for Team Michigan. Very strong game, back and forth to 2 teams. The next category, the Iron Horse. Remember? I guess they couldn't come up with 5 clues for biscuit pants. The Iron Horse for 1 point. Watty Piper, I beg your pardon, Watty Piper penned the tale about this tidal locomotive who believes, I think I can, Cat.
The little engine that could.
That is correct, word for word. The little engine that could for 1 point. The Iron Horse for 2. Later replaced by diesel engines, big boys, in quotes, were among the largest locomotive, Gene?
Steam engines.
That is correct. Steam engines, the largest one, among the largest ones ever built. The Iron Horse for 3. Built around 1830, this first U.S. locomotive shared its name with a diminutive P.T. Barnum star. Ben?
Tom Thumb.
Tom Thumb is right, and that was a triple stumper on the show, so well done, sir. Kaplan people are the smartest of anybody. We know this. Okay, for 4 points in the Iron Horse, the Railroad Museum of this state has a locomotive from the state's Florence and Cripple Creek Railroad. Gene?
Colorado.
Colorado is right, and even the two likes it. Lila, quiet. Shush. For 5 points in the Iron Horse. Sorry about that. She loves hearing about Colorado. Charles Babbage invented this beastly safety device found on the front of automobiles, locomotives. What am I saying? Let me repeat it, James. You got the clue, but I'm going to repeat it because I screwed up. Charles Babbage invented this beastly safety device found on the front of locomotives.
The cowcatcher.
Cowcatcher is right. That's 5 points. Okay. Here's our final category in this first round. If you remember back to Willie Mays, it's Say Hey Kid, but hey is in quotes, H-E-Y. And as Jeopardy watchers know, that means H-E-Y will be in every response. Good luck, teams. For 1 point. 1968 Beatles, #1 hit. Cat.
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude is right for 1 point. Say Hey Kid for 2. In a nursery rhyme, it precedes the cat and the fiddle. Dom.
Hey Diddle Diddle.
That is correct for 2 points for the blue team. Back and forth we go. Say Hey Kid for 3. It's a stage of youth, vigor, and prosperity. It's a stage, Cat.
Heydays.
Heyday is right for 3 points. Say Hey Kid for 4. 1951 Hank Williams classic with a culinary query in the chorus. Gene?
Hey, good looking.
What you got cooking?
What you got
Culinary
cooking?
query, that's 4 points. And finally, for 5 points in Say Hey Kid, precedes Brune in the name of a pioneering journalist and Hale Brune in the name of his sports writer son. Gene? Gene?
Oh, sorry, I muted instead of unmuted. Haywood.
Haywood, Hailbrune is correct. At the end of our first round, we have the possibility of a tie because we have two odd-numbered scores. 5 Not Stuart K, the red team has 49. Team Michigan, the blue team has 33. But that's a virtual tie, considering how few points there are in the first round, how many there are in the second round. Here in the second round, the points are doubled and the scores can really change. Okay. I look forward to this one. I enjoy these categories. Here we go. For 2 points, good luck teams. 49 to 33, favor of the red team. This category, you gotta listen carefully, is new tongue twisters. New tongue twisters. So here we go for 2 points. Stella stippled stylishly with this Texas-born partner of Crosby and Nash. Gene?
Stills.
Stella stipped stylishly with Stills is the new tongue twister for 2 points. New tongue twisters for 4. Shrews should shun shapeless, these lighter than ice cream frozen desserts. Jed?
Sherbert.
Shrews should shun shapeless sherbets is correct. This is the host bane, we call this category. For 6 points. Murmuring mommies momentously mumble of these, recommended for all women 40 and over. Ethan?
Mammograms.
Right. Murmuring mommies momentously mumble of mammograms. 6 points for Team Michigan. Here we go for 8. Barbarians bumble in blackberry these, another word for prickly, Dom?
Brambles.
Brambles is right. Prickly bushes or shrubs. Aggressive on the buzzer. Paid off. That's 8 points for, whoops, that's, I think it's score correct? I think it is.
I
Yep.
don't know what I don't know what the score was. I'm sorry. I lost that here.
I believe that's correct.
Is that right?
I mean, if anybody remembers what the score was at the end of the first round, we could back solve.
Yeah, there was a 16-point difference going into the.
It's
into this
49 to 33.
round. Yeah.
Was 49 to 33. Who got Stills?
Red team, Stuart Kavinsky got Stills, and then we also got Jed got Sherberts.
Sure, but that was under 4. So 55 is right. And 33 plus 6 for the mammograms for Team Michigan, right?
Yeah.
And then 8. Yes, the score is correct. 55 to 47. Back solving never fails. Okay. And our final clue in this awful category. New tongue twisters. Prior prices are proprietors, these exclusive rights, from the Latin for ask first. Gene?
Prerogatives.
Prior prices are proprietors' prerogatives is correct. That's 10 points. And we're done with that. And I'm
The
happy
10?
to say so. What's that, Rochelle?
That was 10?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to add 2 more then. What is it doing? All right. It was 55.
So it should be 65 now. That's all right. Okay. Our next category is islands. Islands for 2 points. Good luck, teams. Iraklion is the administrative, Ben?
Crete.
Yeah, that's right. These teams are so good, I don't even need to give clues. Yeah, Iraklion is the administrative center of modern Greece's largest island, Crete. Very good, Ben, for its 2 points. For 4 points, planes and ships have mysteriously disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle. Kat?
I was going to say Bermuda.
No, subtract 2. Sorry. Sometimes the aggressive doesn't pay off. Here we go, James. This is all for you and your team. Planes and ships have mysteriously disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle, an area roughly from Miami to Bermuda to this island commonwealth. Bermuda Triangle, an area roughly from Miami to Bermuda to this island commonwealth.
We'll go with Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is correct. That's 4 points. Okay. Not a big shift, but every point counts in the second round. Here we go for 6 points in islands. I've got okay. We're cleared. As its name indicates, it's a big island. In fact, the largest of Spain's Balearic Islands. Gene.
Mallorca.
Mallorca is correct for 6 points for the red team. Islands for 8. São Miguel and São Jorge are 2 of the islands in this Portuguese archipelago. São Miguel, Gene?
The Azores.
The Azores is right for 8 points. And finally, for 10 points in islands. Formerly part of the Netherlands Antilles, this island off Venezuela is 6 miles across at its widest point. Formerly part of the Netherlands Antilles, this island off Venezuela is 6 miles across at its widest point. 5 seconds. Time. It's the island that sounds like a klaxon horn. Aruba. Aruba is what we were looking for. Okay. You'll love the next category, I think. Complete the movie quote. Complete the movie quote. Okay, everybody ready for 2 points? Everybody, going to see who's going to hedge their bets for the big money. All right, here we go. For 2 points, everybody. To have and have not. You know how to blank, don't you, Steve? To have and have not. You know how to blank, don't you, Steve? Time, Rochelle?
Whistle.
Yes, whistle. You just put your lips together and blow.
Lauren Bacall.
Yeah. When they kiss and she says, it's even better when you help. God, I love that movie. Okay, here we go for 4 points. Complete the movie quote. All the president's men follow the blank. All the president's men. Dom.
Money.
Follow the money is correct. I was on Fargo this week as well. That's 4 points. We got it? Okay, for 6 points. Complete the movie quote. White heat. Made it, Ma. Top of blank blank. Gene.
Top of the world.
Top of the world. Very good. That's 6 points for the red team. Oh, this is timely. Here we go for 8 points. Fargo. And I guess that was your accomplice in the blank blank. Gene?
In the wood chipper?
In the wood chipper is correct. Okay. Here's our final clue and complete the movie quote for 10 points. Fast times at Ridgemont High. When it comes down to making out, whenever possible, put on side 1 of blank blank blank. Fast times at Ridgemont High. When it comes down to making out, whenever possible, put on side 1 of blank blank blank. Gene and I know it. Do you know it, Rochelle? Dan?
Is it Best of Bread? No.
Led Zeppelin 4.
We can let Jake.
Huh?
Oh, okay. Is that the answer?
Yeah, Led Zeppelin 4. Okay. I think you might like this one too. We have a literary bunch here. Title characters. Title characters. With the score, by the way, I should give an update. We have 3 categories completed. 89 for the red team, 57 for Team Michigan, the blue team. For 2 points. A Nicholas Sparks novel is titled Dear Him. A Nicholas Sparks novel, Kat?
John.
John is right. That's 2 points for the red team. Title characters for 4. Oliver Goldsmith's Dr. Primrose is the vicar of this place. Oliver Goldsmith's Dr. Primrose is the vicar of this place. Gene.
Wakefield.
The Vicar of Wakefield is the title. That's correct for 4 points. Here we go for 6 points in title characters. William Kennedy fictionalized his life in Legs. William Kennedy fictionalized his life in Legs. Gene?
Legs Diamond.
That is right, 6 points. And the red team goes over 3 digits, 101 to 57. Title characters for 8. Kingsley Amis wrote of this lucky lecturer. Kingsley Amis wrote of this lucky lecturer. 5 seconds. Time, very popular satire in the 50s. Lucky Jim was the book. Finally, for 10 points in title characters, James Baldwin set a novel in his room. James Baldwin set a novel in his room. Ben.
Giovanni.
Giovanni's room is correct. 10 points for Team Michigan. 101 to 67 the score. We go to our last category but one, national parks and monuments. National parks and monuments. For 2 points. A national historical park named for this duo is made up of 12 sites in the Northwest. Kat.
Lewis and Clark.
That is right for 2 points. National parks and monuments for 4. Lee's aide-de-camp, Charles Marshall, John's great-nephew, chose this surrender site, now a National Historical Park. Gene?
Appomattox.
More specific?
Courthouse. Appomattox Courthouse.
Appomattox Courthouse is correct. We will accept that for 4 points. National Parks and Monuments for 6. A New Mexico National Monument is named for this, from the Greek for rock carving. A New Mexico National Monument is named for this. Jed?
Petroglyph.
Petroglyph is correct for 6 points. For 8 points. This site, 20 miles from Philly, let Washington's army keep pressure on the Brits, but was too far away for surprise attacks. Gene?
Valley Forge.
Valley Forge is right for 8 points. And finally, 10 points in national parks and monuments. A national monument in Utah is named for this, the world's largest known natural bridge. A national monument in Utah is named for this, the world's, Travis?
Arches?
That's incorrect. 10 points subtracted. We throw it over to Team Michigan. A national monument in Utah is named for this, the world's largest known natural bridge. James, you have 10 seconds to consult and answer or pass.
We're going to pass on this one.
Okay, it's Rainbow Bridge. Rainbow Bridge, the world's largest known natural one. Okay, our final category, going into it, 111 for the red team, 67 for the blue. Measure men. Measure men. Good luck, teams, for 2 points. This unit of thermodynamic temperature for British physicist William Thomson, K. This unit, Gene?
Kelvin.
K is for Kelvin, that is correct. For the next clue, we have a surprise substitution. Measurement for 4. To replace it, here we go with a category for one clue. Historic Americans for 4. Historic Americans for 4. In 1976, the U.S. posthumously restored the citizenship of this labor organizer and socialist leader who lost it in 1918. Ben.
Emma Goldberg.
That is incorrect. Subtract 4 points over to the red team. Gene, in 1976, the U.S. posthumously restored the citizenship of this labor organizer and socialist leader who lost it in 1918. The team has 10 seconds to consult.
Wait, if we guess, do we lose points if we're wrong on a steal?
Yes.
Oh, so we pass.
Okay, that was a good guess though. It was Eugene V. Debs. Eugene V. Debs.
That was going to be my guess. That's all right. We're at enough anyway. We're good.
Okay, for 6 points. For a French physicist, this unit of radioactivity, Ci. Dom?
Curie.
Curie is right for 6 points. 8 points in Measure Men. For a British physicist, this unit of energy, J. Gene.
A joule.
Joule is correct. And for Measure Men, the final clue for 10 points. For a French mathematician, this unit of pressure, PA. Dom.
Pascal.
Pascal is right. But at the end of the game, we have the red team, 5 Not Stuart K, didn't need Stuart K, 121. Team Michigan, the blue team, 79. A very good match. Good job, everybody. Good sportsmanship, good play. Thank you all so much.